Welcome to Japan Treasure Hunters. I'm Jonathan Lucas, and today is Japan Treasure Hunters Kitchen Edition. For those of you that don't have a barbecue or don't have time to do a barbecue, I'm going to show you how to do oven-baked ribs that the meat just falls off the bone, so stay tuned. All right, so one of the first things that we have to do before we get started is preheat the oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit or about 150 degrees Celsius, which I've done and it's already getting heated up. So next you want to have your ribs. And being at the location that I'm at, a lot of times we don't get like great choices of anything really. But this time we got some pretty decent ribs and we got some Hormel pork loin back ribs. And so we're going to use these today for the ribs. So let me get these cleaned up and then we'll get them started. All right, so you see I'm going to cut them open. Pull them out and then give them a good rinse. Clean. And then you can see this film on the back. We'll go ahead and we'll pull that off soon. So that way you can, and usually it'll come right off. Just a little bit of effort, it'll come off. And basically why you're doing this is so that way the seasoning that you put on the backside, it can actually get through the rib and be on both sides. And not to mention when this heats up, it's really hard to eat. All right, so we just got them all cleaned up. We got the back membrane off, and now what we want to do is we want to go through and we want to pat them dry on both sides. Pat them dry, get them ready for the rub that you're going to put on. Now, I didn't make a specific rub for this because I'm not really that great at that. So of course, I bought a couple rubs that are actually pretty decent. I've had them before. You can see how the membrane came off on those. They look really, really good. So let me do the rest of these right quick before we start doing the rubs. Now I did make my signature barbecue sauce, so maybe you'll have to tune in for another video for that one, because I can't give all my secrets away on one video. Yeah, these look great. All right, so as you can also see, I foil lined the cookie sheets, and that's because once we get them all rubbed up, then I'll foil them again, then we'll put them in the oven. All right, so the first rub I'm going to use is the Sweet and Smoky Rub from Grill Masters. It's actually really pretty tasty. I was surprised. All right, so, and you got to be really liberal with it, so it's okay if you make a little mess, whatever. It's all good. All right, go ahead and cut. All right, so the next one we're going to use a brown sugar bourbon. This one's actually really tasty too, so we're going to, again, be really liberal with it. And then what I like to do is give it a good massage in the meat here. Of course, I'm going to assume the meat likes it too. But give it a good massage in. Then we'll flip them over and then do the same thing again. And then again, just be liberal. Get it everywhere. And actually you can kind of smell the bourbon in this one, so actually I can't wait to get into this one. All right, then just give it another massage, a little quick massage, get it in there good. And then foil them up. All right, so it's the last step here before we get going in the oven. Got to seal them up And then you'll bake these for 2 hours. And then take them out, douse them with your barbecue sauce, and put them in for about another 15 minutes at about 400 degrees or a little over 200 degrees Celsius. All right. Get these guys going. So as you can see, it's fairly easy to do this. The only thing it does is it takes about 2 hours. And unfortunately, you got to be patient. But it's definitely worth the wait. All right, so we're going to put them in the oven now. And then let them be. And now we wait for 2 hours. We play the waiting game. But during this time, if you wanted to make your sauce or if you want to do something else, you can do that too. So, all right, see you in about 2 hours. All right, so that's what we've been waiting for the past 2 hours. It's been like the longest 2 hours ever. Let me get ready to pull these bad boys out. The top one actually has got a lot of fluid in it. As you can see, it's kind of dripped out and down. The next thing I need to do, however, is I'm going to stop it, but then I need to turn it up to 400 for the next 15 minutes that we're going to sauce them and put them back in. So let's pull these guys out. All right, so you can see I'm getting ready to pour out some of this liquid. We're going to leave a little bit of it in there. All right, so we've dumped out all the extra juice. Now is the unveiling of what these things are going to look like. And they smell amazing. I wish you were here to smell it. You probably not want to wait. Oh my goodness. Oh, these look great. These look amazing. All right, so this was the bourbon rub, and now we're going to go with the sweet and smoky rub over here. Oh, and these look amazing too. Oh, these are going to be good. All right, so what we're going to do now, and I've got some homemade sauce. Like I said with this one, if you want to see the recipe, you'll just have to watch another video because I'll do the recipe for this one later. But you can use any store-bought sauce, whatever you like. And you know what? Just don't be gentle. You know, if you like barbecue, you like ribs, just throw it on and lather it up like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, lather them up, get them a good bath in barbecue sauce. So I find this a lot easier too. So a lot of times what I'll do is if we're gonna actually barbecue later, is I won't do this last step now. What I'll do is I'll let them cool down, and then I'll slice them, and then I'll put them on the grill. And you just put them on the grill enough to heat them up, and then if you want to slather on barbecue sauce on the grill, you can do that. Or you just leave them like such and put them on the grill for, I don't know, about 5 minutes aside, and then they're all hot and ready to go. So get these back in the oven here right shortly. It looks amazing. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have to try these before we get out of here today, that's for sure. All right. So let's get these guys back in the oven. We're going to put them back in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes, and that's just to get the barbecue sauce all caramelized on it. And then hit start for 15 minutes. Nice. All right, so it looks like the longest 15 minutes ever is almost done. Okay, now it's on. All right, so now we can pull the ribs out. We'll let them sit for a couple minutes, and then we'll cut them up and give them a try. As you can see, these guys come out looking like this. If you could only be here to smell it, because it smells freaking amazing. Oh, yeah. And then let's get the other. Oh, yeah, look at that. Guys are just begging to be eaten. All right, so we got them out. We let them sit for a couple minutes, and now comes the moment of truth. But what I like to do is I like to cut them in twos. And that's just because when they come out of the oven like this, the meat really falls off the bone. And if you just cut like one rib by one rib by one rib, they fall apart a lot easier. So I like to go at cutting every 2 ribs. So you can see 1, 2, let's cut this guy right here. Oh, you can see how easy that came right apart. Oh, these are going to be delicious. Right here. Oh, you don't even need to cut really. You could probably hook with your fork. Yeah, but you don't want to do that. You want a nice meat. Oh yeah. These are going to be good. So let's just take a little bite off this end one here. Check it out. Oh my God. Amazing, amazing traffic, amazing. Well, I think that's about it. I hope this was an easy recipe to follow. I hope you try it at home, and I hope it works for you at home. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more great cooks from Japan Treasure Hunters.